all of the systems in our country, whether you're talking about voting, whether you're talking about entitlements, whether you're talking about welfare benefits, were set up based on the honor system. They're set up based on the idea that you could trust the average person through their own morality to abide by the rules and comply with the law. And so the way most welfare works in most states and most places is we take your word for it. If you fill out a piece of paper and you say your kids are hungry, you are going to get food stamps. We don't check as a country if you even have kids.
That is just flat out not true. If you've ever applied for SNAP, Medicaid, housing assistance, unemployment, or disability, you already know the government asks for everything. People literally get kicked off benefits over paperwork mistakes. So why are they pretending there are zero checks? Perhaps it's because it helps sell the idea that poor people are the reason America has financial problems. Meanwhile, corporate fraud, PPP loan fraud, tax loopholes for billionaires, and wage theft cost way more money than welfare fraud does. I am a Republican, a moderate Republican, but we need to talk about the whole truth here. Estimates for welfare fraud are usually a tiny fraction of overall benefit spending, often around 1 to 3%, depending on the program. Compare that to corporate fraud and financial crimes, which cost the U.S. hundreds of billions of dollars every year through securities fraud, accounting scams, illegal banking practices, and corporate tax avoidance. PPP loan fraud alone is estimated to have cost taxpayers tens or even hundreds of billions of dollars during the pandemic, with fake companies and fraudulent applications slipping through because the loans were rushed out with limited oversight. In hindsight, it is clear that during the COVID pandemic, these systems were very vulnerable. Wage theft, when employers illegally withhold pay, force unpaid overtime, steal tips, or pay below minimum wage, is also massive. Studies have found workers lose billions of dollars every year from wage theft, often far more than all robberies, burglaries, and car thefts combined. And unlike welfare recipients, large corporations and wealthy individuals often have teams of lawyers and accountants helping them exploit loopholes or avoid accountability altogether. Nobody is saying fraud never happens. Of course it does. But acting like assistance programs just hand out money with no verification is simply false. Millions of Americans who've had to fight through the paperwork know this firsthand. So if we're going to talk about fraud and fight fraud, that's fine. But let's not just focus on welfare fraud and government assistance programs. Let's focus on all fraud, including